Hi, it's Marina, the Soul Alchemist. It's time to pick your own card weekly guidance for the 5th through to the 11th of December. So if you've not had a chance to pick, I want you to tune into card 1, 2, or 3. And I want you to stick around and listen to the message. But what I would advise you to do is also listen to all 3 messages, because you're going to find, even though you've picked 1 or 2 cards, that all of them will resonate. Also, there's a bonus card this week. It's about opportunities. So I want you to listen to that message at the end, because that's just a little bit of extra guidance around that particular topic of opportunities. Okay, so if you picked card 1, it's the Akashic Library. So hopefully you can see that. The camera's tuning in and out. So what we've got is the guy that is in his own Akashic Records, surrounded by all of these books, all of this knowledge, all of this wisdom. And so this week you've got an opportunity to go and expand your knowledge further. So it might be that you've been drawn to maybe join a course, do a program, read a book, listen to a particular podcast that's just going to expand your knowledge in some way. There's kind of a desire to do that this week. And so this card is an acknowledgement that expanding your knowledge, going deeper with something, with your knowledge, is going to be really supportive this week. We've also got a second message with this card, and that is about using your Akashic Records this week to actually clear maybe some negative energy, some trauma, wounding, past karmic blocks. And that's going to be supportive of you moving forward as well. So we can also use the Akashic Records to actually unlock wisdom from our past lives as well. So it's not just about healing in the Akashic Records, it's also understanding ourselves at a deeper level. Maybe, certain choices that we're still kind of making in this lifetime may be rooted to a past lifetime, and we weren't aware of that. So we can use the Akashic Records in a number of ways to get this understanding and get this insight that then supports us to break that pattern, or unlock an unused gift, or to install a success anchor. We can use the Akashic Records in so many ways. So consider using your Akashic Records if you don't do that already. And I have posted a meditation journey that will support you connecting with yours at the end. So if you go and check that out at the end, and I've got a lot of actually YouTube meditations on this channel, so feel free to just dive in and have a look at something that is challenging you perhaps, or where you want to focus on. So using your Akashic Records, unlocking or expanding your wisdom and your knowledge this week is very supportive. So if you want to go deeper, you want your own empowerment tarot session, reach out to me. I would love to support you. It's 3-month forecast. It includes Akashic Record healing, 8 cards, and it's a beautiful way for you to get support from me on a one-to-one perspective, but in a very affordable way. So if you've picked card 2, it's the Treasure. So it's like, oh my God, look at this card. It's this guy's come home, he's been burgled, and he's looking very dismayed and very annoyed. And what he can see is all of the loss that is around him, the things that have been turned over, ransacked, stolen. And what he doesn't realize, actually, the true treasure is actually behind him on this chest, and the light is peeking through. But he can't see that because he's so focused on what he perceives is the material, and what he feels is worthy is the stuff that has been taken. And it hasn't. His worth and his knowledge and his wisdom and his mastery and all of his gifts are safely stored away in this chest, which would sit within him, within his mind, within his body. But he's so focused on the loss and the scarcity and the lack. So this card this week is: be mindful of how you are being influenced by lack and scarcity mindset. Influences, other people's conversations, the collective, social media, the news, all of that. It's all doom and gloom. The economic state, the state of the economic crisis, lack of money. There isn't a lack of money. It's a very abundant universe, but we are not taught to think that way. And obviously everything gets triggered, and our fears. And this is a collective thing that is happening at the moment. So I want you to be mindful that if you are falling into scarcity and lack this week, victim mode, this is happening to me, why can't I get ahead, all of this type of stuff, you are looking at the peripheral of what is going on around you, and you're not actually going within and recognizing that this is a limiting belief, or I'm being influenced. And actually, I'm very abundant, I've got all of this around me, and this, doesn't necessarily relate to money and things and objects. It's perhaps family or connection, or having a roof over your head and that type of stuff. That's the things that we are abundant in. We're abundant in a lot of other things as well, in terms of soul gifts and knowledge and stuff like that. But I want you to be mindful that you're not being overly influenced and being brought down into this kind of energetic state, which is okay, it's fine, but it's recognizing that that is where you are. And then if you don't want to stay in that state, what can you do to step out of that? Do you need to stop having conversations or engaging in conversations with other people when they're talking about, or moaning or complaining about, what's going on for them? Can you disengage from those types of conversations? Can you say, I'm not here to have that type of conversation because it doesn't serve me, it doesn't support me. It puts me in a scarcity and lack and fear. So I'm not open for that kind of conversation. That's a tough thing to say to people and friends when, they're just kind of wanting to complain. But if you're wanting to not be influenced as much and go into that place yourself, then that's the type of conversation or action that we need to take in order to support that. Also, positive affirmation, changing your mindset about stuff, seeing the silver lining in things, and not kind of going into the victim mode, because this card is full of victim. So this week, be mindful of, this type of energy. And if you don't want to be in that energy, then what can you do? Where is it coming from? Where are you being influenced? And what can you do to step out of that? So that is card 2. If you want to go a little bit deeper, perhaps with a money tarot session or business tarot, to understand what your next 3 months looks like, how that's going to support you, what energetics we can clear and release from the Akashic Records, then please do reach out to me. I would love to support you. Don't forget, we've got the bonus card about opportunities for this week as well. So what we've also got for card 3 is the Queen of Roses, all very different cards this week. So we've got the Queen, who's very much in her power, about her emotions, about her feelings, about her self-care, her nurturing, her nourishing. And so this is an opportunity for you to maybe look at your self-care, and are you doing enough of that? Are you feeling like you're giving yourself that time and attention, as the Queen of Roses is doing with that beautiful flower that she's really intently looking at? Do you feel passion in your relationships? There's an opportunity here to reignite some passion. Are you being vulnerable enough, maybe with your emotions? Do you need to tell somebody how you truly feel? And that doesn't need to be in a negative way. What I mean, it might be that you really, really feel deeply about something with somebody, and you've maybe not, shown them that. So there's an element about being vulnerable with your feelings, or letting people know how you truly feel about something. Because the Queen of Roses is very much, she's confident with sharing her emotions and showing her emotions with others. So if you're not feeling that, or not in that space, this is an invitation for you to step into the confidence of the Queen and share some of your deeper feelings and emotions about, maybe what's going on for you. So there's a number of messages with that particular card as well. So step into your power with your emotions, with your passion, with your feelings, and your self-care this week. Let me know how that card resonates. And as I say, if you want to go deeper with your own empowerment tarot, business, money, just in general for the next 3 months, then please do reach out. So opportunities, that is the focus for the bonus card this week. And it's another major card, it's birth. So 2 messages here. We've got the birth of something new, so a new idea, new creative project. Doesn't need to be actually creative. It's a birth of something new. So a new idea that's maybe been with you for a little bit. You've maybe been mulling it over, and it's like, okay, this is not going away. I need to do something with this. I need to explore this a little bit more. So there's that kind of the birth of that. So obviously we have the seed of the idea, and it's what actions we take as that kind of grows and develops. And then we literally have this birth. So the birth point could be here, but I think because it's an opportunity card, I think it's more about the birth of an idea. So it's like the beginning of that journey rather than the end. We've also got the opportunity here for deeper family connections or friend connections, people that mean a lot to us, but maybe there's been a little bit of disgruntledness or a bit of conflict going on there. And I feel that there's just this kind of compromise, this is seeing the other person's perspective, there's that coming together. You know, and we are going into Christmas, so things can come up around family. So do we start to mend the fences and things like that so that we can come together at this time to resolve our differences or to just have a deeper connection. So you might hear this week that there are people, family that are planning to visit, or you know, you're planning to hold, you know, some kind of event, party where people can kind of come together. So there's an opportunity here to bring people, those that you know you do have a deep connection with. You may not have a high regard for them, but a deep connection, family, friends. And there's a coming together here. So there's an opportunity to make plans. So there's that kind of, yeah, that connection, that gathering that happens. Might not happen this week, but there's the kind of those conversations, there's maybe setting the dates, there's those plans that are put in place to bring people together. So hope that makes sense. Do let me know how these cards resonate. And as I say, if you want to go deeper, get my support for the next 3 months or for the whole year, if you step into the package, which actually is, you've got an opportunity to do that on a payment plan. So you only pay a little bit each month, and you also get one session virtually for free. So that's a really beautiful way and affordable way to kind of work with me on a one-to-one level and have me support you in a beautiful held container for 12 months. So if that's something that you want more information about, then please reach out. If not, let me know in the comments below how these cards resonated, how last week went, and if you've got any questions. Okay, love and blessings, and I'll see you in another 7 days. Bye.